Most people overpay for products like this. Here's why this one is different. I've tested a bunch of undersink reverse osmosis systems, and the Waterdrop X12 just feels like the first one that actually keeps up with real household demand without turning your kitchen into a plumbing workshop. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What sold me right away was the 200 gallon per day flow rate. Most tanks top out around 300 to 400 GPD, so when you run the tap for coffee, fill a Brita, or top off a water bottle, you're not waiting around for the tank to catch up. I hooked it up to a 5-gallon coffee brewer in the office and the pressure stayed rock solid, no sputtering, no slow trickle. If you've ever had to babysit a slow RO system while guests are over, you'll appreciate that small win. The 11-stage filtration is where things get practical. Stage 1 is a sediment pre-filter that catches rust and dust from old pipes. Stage 2 is a carbon block that knocks out chlorine taste, and by stage 6 you're already drinking water that tastes closer to bottled than tap. The last 5 stages are where the X12 earns its keep: remineralization, alkaline adjustment, and a final polishing carbon layer. I ran a TDS meter after each stage and the drop was steady, starting around 250 ppm and ending at 12 ppm. That's the kind of clean you can taste in iced tea and oat milk lattes. I also like that it's tankless. Traditional RO systems store a few gallons in a bladder that can grow mold and take up cabinet space. The X12 stores nothing. It purifies on demand and sends the waste straight to the drain. Under my sink, the footprint is basically the size of a large shoebox, and the quiet pump is barely louder than the fridge. I tested it at 2 a.m. when everyone was asleep, no complaints from the hallway. The alkaline stage adds back healthy minerals like calcium and magnesium, pushing the pH up to about 8.5 without any extra electricity or cartridges. My Brita pitcher always left the water tasting flat, but the X12's alkaline water actually tastes fresh and slightly sweet. I've been using it for morning hydration and post-run recovery, and I noticed the difference after long bike rides when I used to rely on sports drinks. Installation was straightforward if you've ever swapped a garbage disposal. The kit includes a dedicated feed line, a chrome faucet that matches most sink styles, and color-coded tubing so you don't mix up the waste and pure lines. I had it mounted in under an hour with basic tools, and the included pressure gauge helped me dial in the flow without over-tightening anything. The manual is clear, and Waterdrop's YouTube videos walk you through every step if you get stuck. One thing to keep in mind, you'll need at least 60 psi to hit the full 1200 GPD. If your home pressure is lower, the system still works but the flow drops to whatever your supply can push. I tested it on a 45 psi line and it slowed to about 600 GPD, which is still plenty for a family of 4. Just check your gauge before you buy. Another small catch is filter life. The first stage sediment filter needs swapping every 6 months if you have hard water, and the RO membrane lasts closer to 2 years. That's standard for RO, but the cartridges aren't cheap, around $25 each. Still, it's cheaper than buying bottled alkaline water for a year, and you avoid all that plastic waste. So, if you're tired of slow tanks, flat-tasting water, and cramped undersink layouts, the Waterdrop X12 is worth the investment. It's quiet, fast, and the alkaline stage actually makes the water enjoyable to drink straight from the tap. The link is below if you want to grab one for yourself. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Waterdrop X12 Alkaline Mineral Reverse Osmosis System, with XT small water pressure tank, 1200 GPD, undersink, NSF/ANSI 42 and 58 and 372 certified, 11-stage filtration, tankless RO system, bundle sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like trusted certification, tested and certified by IATMO RNT against and 1200 GPD fast filtration, experience the ultimate upgrade and actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.